gods and goddesses associated with the judgment card. I'll be honest, I struggled with this one. Not because there weren't many major gods or goddesses, but I've already used them for other tarot cards, and so I wanted to give you a bit of diversification. So you're just going to have to excuse me sliding in a couple of mythological references as well as gods and goddesses. The judgment card in tarot is one of profound awakening, spiritual reckoning and soul-level transformation. It's not about condemnation, it's about liberation, rebirth and stepping fully into your truth after a period of deep reflection. At its core, judgment is a call from your higher self to rise, remember who you are and live in alignment with your soul's purpose. Whilst not a god, the Archangel Gabriel from Christian teachings is often represented in images for judgment in a tarot deck. It symbolises awakening to divine truth and life purpose. A familiar image of Gabriel has him blowing a horn to announce the resurrection of the dead at the end of time. Although the Bible mentions a trumpet blast preceding the resurrection of the dead, it never specifies that Gabriel is the trumpeter. Hades is the Greek god of the underworld, ruling the realm where souls go after death. Whilst not a judge in the moral sense, his domain is the final destination, the place of spiritual reckoning and transformation. He represents endings that lead to deeper truths and new states of being. Renenutet is the Egyptian goddess of naming, destiny and nurturing fate. She's a protective goddess associated with the divine name and fate given at birth. She was seen as a guardian of spiritual destiny. Her nurturing but fate-bound nature reflects the Judgment card's call to realign with soul truth. Valkyrie are not goddesses per se, but figures in Norse mythology that could not be ignored when talking about this card. They are fierce, divine female beings and choose who lives and who dies in battle, and they guide the souls of the slain warriors to the afterlife. They serve both as agents of fate and psychopomps, much like angels or divine messengers. The Valkyrie's primary role, selecting souls for the afterlife, directly mirrors the Judgment card's core theme of reckoning and spiritual transformation. They don't just take souls, they determine who is worthy of ascension, just like in the card's symbolism of rising from the grave into higher awareness. Izanami no Mikoto is the Shinto goddess of death and transformation. Izanami is the primordial goddess who helped create the world and later becomes the goddess of death. She serves as a guardian of the boundary between life and death, and her story represents the irreversible transition from one state to another, much like the Judgment card's message of spiritual rebirth and leaving the past behind, and often awakening through harsh revelation. As always, these are just my interpretations. I hope you found some attributes in these gods that you can now associate with the Judgment card. Thank you for watching this far, and if you wouldn't mind just giving us a follow or a like.